Before you guys say anything about the title, this is all entirely from Screen Rant. This is what they said about Barry and how it's like the perfect successor to Dexter. So if you don't agree with that, that's fine, but don't come at me because I'm literally just reading an article. Bill Hader's dark comedy series Barry is a much better follow-up to Dexter than Dexter's own spin-off show New Blood. Ever since Dexter ended its initial run with like the worst series finale of all time, Showtime hasn't been able to let the franchise die. I mean, it is based off of books, but granted, are they really going with the books? Of course, we all know about New Blood, and I think Original Sin's coming out soon. I think Original Sin's coming out next week, so there's that. We have New Blood with Dexter's old life catching up to him. It picks up 10 years after the end of the original show, and Original Sin is a prequel show, which is hinting that Dexter's life is flashing before his eyes, which is also hinting at the fact that he will come back to life for resurrection. Neither Dexter nor its sequel has been able to provide a more satisfying conclusion to the story than the original series, and there isn't much hope for Dexter Resurrection. There is a perfect follow-up out there for Dexter fans who want to see more antics from the secret double life of a killer, but it has nothing to do with the Dexter franchise. You see, after leaving SNL, Bill Hader teamed up with Alec Berg to co-create Barry, which is essentially a more absurd version of Dexter, and one of the greatest dark comedy shows ever made. The show of Barry revolves around a guy named Barry, obviously Barry Berkman. He is a sociopathic ex-Marine who works as a freelance hitman for his family friend, Fucci's, played by Stephen Root, where he goes to LA to bump off an adulterous personal trainer for Chechen gangster NoHo Hank, played by Anthony Carrigan. Barry unwittingly follows his target into an acting class run by Henry Winkler, who plays Gene Cusanzo, where he discovers an unexpected passion for acting. Barry wants to quit his job as an assassin and seek a higher calling as an actor, but finds that it's not so easy to leave his life of crime behind. This is a more absurd version of Dexter's premise because Dexter struggles to balance his double life as a forensic blood splatter analysis and a vigilante serial killer, while Barry struggles to balance his double life of being a hitman and a budding actor. In its first two seasons, Barry leans more into the pitch black humor, but in its third and fourth seasons, as the walls start closing in, it takes on a much darker, more dramatic tone. It's utterly compelling from beginning to end, and it's interesting to watch the series evolve with its plot. Barry and Dexter both have a very similar premise. They're both about an unsuspecting sociopath leading a seemingly normal social life while leading a secret double life as a notorious killer. Dexter's killings are slightly more justified than Barry's because Dexter only kills other serial killers and Barry's just paid to kill people. But they're both murderers that the series daringly asks viewers to empathize with. But their approach to the tone is completely different because Dexter has some dark humor, but it's primarily an hour-long drama. Barry is also a captivating drama, but it's primarily a half-hour comedy. Both shows use the same techniques to build suspense. In both Barry and Dexter, the tension comes from the protagonist's worlds colliding. Will Barry's friends from the acting class figure out that he's a killer for hire? Will Dexter's colleagues at the Miami Metro Police Department figure out he's the Bay Harbor Butcher? Barry and Dexter's double lives keep their respective shows consistently engaging. The question of whether they'll get caught is constantly hanging over their shows. Dexter fans who enjoyed that aspect of the series will definitely like Barry. This is exactly what Screen Rant said about Dexter, so... Showtime has turned Dexter into another Walking Dead. It passed the point where it could deliver a satisfying ending, so now it just won't end. It keeps going and going with the sequels and the spin-offs, resulting in a sunk cost for viewers who have been following the story for years and lost all hope for a proper conclusion. Dexter's original run had a disappointing ending. Then, the sequel New Blood had an even more disappointing ending of its own. Dexter still has yet to deliver an ending that will satisfy fans, and it probably never will. But where Dexter keeps bungling its endings, Barry delivered a perfect ending at the perfect time. This is what I agree with about Dexter. In my opinion, I've heard that season 4 is where really things, after season 4, things went downhill, but season 5 is also good. I think they should have stopped at least season 5, because Dexter went on for far too long. 8 seasons, but what's there else is there to do? And now it keeps dropping spin-off after spin-off, each more underwhelming than the last. Barry, though, knew when to end, It wrapped up the story and left it be. After the first 2 seasons, Barry's incredible writing staff started building towards the end game. Much like the rest of the series, Barry's ending is totally unpredictable, yet it feels completely right for the story and themes it's dealing with. Apparently, you can comment on a Screen Rant article, and people don't agree with what the article's saying about Barry and Dexter. I mean, I've watched certain episodes of Barry. I kind of fell off. I got distracted and I stopped watching Barry. But like I don't know. They're both good shows. They're both kind of similar. Isn't that good enough? Look, the Screen Rant article isn't my opinion, like it's not my opinion on either of the shows. So I want to hear what you guys think about this. Is Barry like the good successor to Dexter? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll read them and stuff. And I'll see you all in the next video, which will be the banned Boy Meets World episodes. Disney banned some Boy Meets World episodes. They banned like 3 of them. And we're going to talk about it in the next video.